Welcome to Backroom Breakdown with Maura, your analysis of local, state, and federal politics. This is DITV's weekly politics segment where I'll discuss important political events impacting Iowa City. I'm your host, Maura DeSico. The midterm election happened last week and there was no episode of Backroom Breakdown, so we have quite a bit to catch up on. The state may have started to turn purple, but those elected show that Iowa is still a red state through and through. In the state of Iowa, what many referred to as the red wave for the approaching election showed up. Most Republican candidates won their races in the House of Representatives. First up, in terms of races, we have the Senate election. Senator Chuck Grassley has made it to his 8th term. Democrat supporters were hopeful that this year would be the year that another candidate would take the seat. However, that was not the case.
Your story isn't over, not by a long shot. Rest, regroup, keep building, and live to raise your voice to win another day.
Next, we have the governor's race, which also went to the Republican incumbent. Kim Reynolds was slated to win the race by the AP early in the night. DeGier took the loss as a challenge to keep going. For Iowa Amendment 1, Iowans voted yes to the right to keep and bear arms. This means that on a state level, the constitutional Second Amendment has been protected. Chuck Grassley and Joni Ernst asked the FBI and ATF to prepare for an increase in legal gun purchases and background checks. This is mostly because of Black Friday approaching and the fact that the amendment was protected. It looks like people are feeling patriotic. Voter turnout was high for this election. This is suspectedly due to many people voting to protect abortion rights. It wasn't necessarily on the ballot in Iowa, but pro-choice voters felt voting for more liberal candidates would protect that right across the U.S. The election went in the Democrats' favor. This surprised voters, journalists, and lawmakers alike. The red wave was projected to sweep across the country and give Republicans control of the Senate. That did not happen, though, and the reason that Republicans did not regain control of the Senate really comes down to the party endorsing candidates that were just not that great. Mehmet Oz or Dr. Oz from TV is just one example. The second reason is right before November 8th, former President Trump decided to make an appearance. He indicated he would be running again in the election in 2024. He also bashed Ron DeSantis of Florida and endorsed many other candidates. Essentially, he made the race about himself, and this in turn ruined the election for fellow party members. This is the 4th time in history that a party has kept control of the Senate and lost seats in the single digits. Now on to my favorite part of the show, where I show you internet political discourse that made me giggle, or made me do a little tee-hee, if you will. On Twitter, you can follow an account that tells you if Donald Trump is still alive and kicking. It also reminds you on occasion that he is no longer president of the United States. And this is just very on brand for the internet. This has been done many times before with several hated figures across the United States. It's not new, but it's still entertaining, and I think I'll be sure to check back just in case. Thanks for tuning in to Backroom Breakdown with Maura. I'll be back next time with the latest political news affecting Iowa City, Iowa, and the USA. I'm Maura DeSico. Have a great day.